Hello everyone, welcome to DSA Carnival. My name is Ansar Deva and I will be your host for today's session. Today is the last session of DSA Carnival. Thank you for supporting us and giving us love and making our event successful. But the fun is not over yet. The most awaited session is here. In today's session, we welcome Mr. Raj Vikram Aditya sir, popularly known as Triver. He will answer your questions today. He has an amazing story. He is not from any institute like IIT, NIT, or Triple IT, but he still managed to get placed in companies like Amazon and Media.net. He is a candidate master at Codeforces and six-star coder at CodeChef. Also, he runs a YouTube channel named Take You Forward with over 85,000 subscribers and helps students by sharing his knowledge about coding. Also, today, two students will get a T-shirt whose questions will be the best. So, I would like to uh, I would like Raj sir to take over the session.
Hello. Hey everyone. Hi guys, what's up? You can definitely ping your question. You can ping your questions on the chat box. Okay, I can see a lot of questions. Oh my god, true love. By stripper bhaiya to nahi hai. You can definitely ping your questions. Am I audible? Can someone confirm if I'm audible or not? Can someone confirm if I'm audible or not? Someone confirm audible or not? Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible? काफी जोर से आ रहा है क्या? अब ठीक है? ठीक है. You can definitely drop your questions on the comment section. I'll be picking some questions and I'll be answering all of those. I'll be picking some questions and I'll be answering. You can drop in your questions. ये ऑनलाइन लेक्चर का डायलॉग है भाई. हाँ भाई, वो ऑनलाइन लेक्चर लेते लेते आदत हो गया ना, तो फिर वही वही निकलता है और कुछ नहीं. For fourth year, is it good to? Okay, the first question that I'm picking up is, for a fourth year, is it good to choose DSA instead of doing CP? For a fourth year, okay, instead of, okay, so basically, Rajkumar is asking, is it good to pick up DSA now, or should he? So see, fourth year means you have placements around your corner. And CP is something which is time consuming. You don't expect to learn CP, or you don't expect to be a master in CP in a couple of months time or a 3 months time. You definitely have to practice a lot when you want to master this aspect of CP. So what I'll suggest you is, instead of mastering CP, rather try to do DSA. Because see, in placements and interviews, see, when you start in fourth year, you cannot aim for something like Google, because you're just starting DSA. You cannot aim for Google when you're starting in fourth year. You should take step by step. Probably you can aim for product based companies which are much which ask you questions which are much related to data structure algorithms, lead code kind of a questions. And companies like Amazon, Microsoft, you can definitely target. And for that, you'll not be requiring CP. So just start off with DSA. Try to do all the basics. Like, let's say you pick up an array, you pick up a stack, you pick up a queue, you pick up a linked list, trees, graphs. Try to do all the basic questions. And once you've done the basic questions, then start preparing for interviews. Now, how do you start preparing for interviews? In order to prepare for interviews, you can definitely try out the SD sheet, or you can practice interview related questions on GFG or lead code. You can do any of them. Just try that out. But do not shift to CP if you haven't started CP yet. I'll highly recommend not to. And for coding rounds, you can just do the algorithms that generally come up. Algorithms like BFS, Dijkstra, probably entries, diameter, and all those questions in prime sieve. You can just do these algorithms that comes up in your coding rounds, so that you don't have to do specifically CP. But see, samajh lo, you have to be good in CP if you want to end up in companies which are amazing, like something like Google, something like Codenation, something like DirectEye. These companies, like, if you have to be good in CP, otherwise you'll not be able to even clear the coding round of Codenation or even the coding round of DirectEye. So forget about the interviews. But yeah, that will be the short or long answer. How much Codeforces rating is good for internship at FANG companies? How much Codeforces rating is good for a lot of cheating has been going on, because a lot of YouTubers are saying ki rating, itna rating se wild card mil jayega. I've heard some people saying get a 5 star and you get a wild card to Google. Trust me, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that way. Yeah, only thing that rating can help you is probably when you text me, the first impression that I'll get is, okay, this guy does practice well and I can refer him. That is the only help that your rating will give you. If you have a good rating and you go to that interview, the interviewer will not give you a buy. He will not say, okay, this guy is a candidate master, this guy is an expert, okay, let's just clear him the round, let's not take the round. Rather, he'll have more higher expectations from you. He will not ask you an easy question, he'll ask you a question and he'll expect you to answer that in probably 5 or 10 minutes or 20 minutes, not more than that. So ratings is only till referral, and also there is a clause in referral. When I say it's referral, getting to an expert or a 5-star doesn't guarantees you referral. Let's say you're texting someone from a tier 1 tier 2 college who has been to Amazon or Microsoft by via on campus. And generally the people who go via on campus, they're not so much good in CP. What they do is they just get through GFG lead code and they crack these companies. So they won't expect you to be a CP master. What they expect you will be to be good at lead code, so, or GFG. So at that moment ratings won't help. Rating will help you. Let's say you're approaching someone who has already done well in CP. For an example, you approach me. Let's say you have approached me. I do CP, so I'll only refer people who are into CP. So if you haven't done CP, it doesn't matter, man. Ratings, if you don't have ratings and still you have done around 300, 350, 400 problems on lead code and GFG combined, approach someone who is not a competitive programmer, right? Approach him and tell him that, hey, I have done these many problems at lead code, and he'll understand your state because he has also gone to that company via lead code and GFG. So he'll not expect you to be highly rated, and he will refer you. But if you just go with a 3-star rating and lead code 400 problems to a candidate master, the candidate master's mentality is that only CP people can do programming. That happens when you grow in competitive programming. The mentality comes in कि भाई CP वाले बंदे को ही आता होगा, बाकी और कुछ तुम लीड कोड करो उसको कोडिंग नहीं आता है. तो choose people whom to ask for referral, and if you do that, ratings won't matter. Problem solving skills will matter. Yes, if you're good in CP, that will help you, but having a rating never helps. Good in problem solving. And how can you be good in problem solving? If you do contests in Codeforces, lead code, CodeChef, then only you can be good in CP. Rating doesn't guarantees you anything. You might have a very good day on Codeforces and you get expert rating, but that will not guarantee you a good. That might be a one-day bluff, or you might have cheated. So rating doesn't guarantee you anything. That is the shortest answer or longest answer I can give. Okay, I'll take the next question. How do product-based company do not let BSc, CS or BCS students sit for interview questions? Interview process, regardless, they might have equal potential to BTech students. First of all, who said you that? Okay, BSc, sorry. First of all, yeah, you're correct. See, it's okay, you have an equal potential, but BTech is a four-year degree and BSc and those things are 3-year degree. That is why they don't allow BSc or someone to sit. That is why they expect you to be MCA or an MSc or MS, some kind of a thing, to be allowed to sit. Potential, see, potential to nowadays there are people who are highly good problem solving people who are in class 11, so they cannot hire a class 11 people, right? At least they need some knowledge. So that is why they expect you, because there are a lot of subjects. Like, let's say you have done a BCA or a BSc, you would not have read operating system, you would not have read DBMS. So how can they hire you? And you go into that and you see a database, you won't understand what is that. So as like we can say you can read it by yourself, but still that degree tag will always be there, because you need to know subjects. And something like DBMS or computer networks, MCAK first semester, second semester it comes in. So you have to do that, right? That is why they hire people of MCA, BCA, BSc. पहले करते थे, अब तो लिखा ही रहता है मास्टर्स इन कंप्यूटर साइंस और ऐसा कुछ, या फिर बीटेक लिखा ही रहता है क्लियरली. सो या, I'll take the next question. My question is that now I'm entering into third year and a decent amount of knowledge about DSI, and my CF rating is 1316, my CC rating is 1780. I give every contest and solving your SD sheet. Is it okay? Yes, that is the path to go. If you're in the third year, I'll highly recommend you do every contest possible till the day you're not placed. After that, if you enjoy it, keep on doing it. But if you're just doing it for the sole motive of getting placed, till the day you're not getting placed, doesn't matter if you have a semester exam, doesn't matter what you have, just give every contest. If you have a semester exam, you think you cannot give a lot of time to it, just make a random id, give it for 1 hour, leave it. But make sure you give every contest in the arena. That is as important as it can get, because that contest, when you give contest, the adrenaline rush, the timer that goes in, when you get a wrong answer, you don't know, you cannot refer to an editorial. In normal days, when you solve at lead code, when we solve somewhere here and there, you know there is an editorial, and you fall back to the editorial rather than thinking by self, rather than stressing your brain to think. And that will only come when you give contest, because you don't have any other option, you don't have an editorial, so you will ultimately do it. So what I recommend you is, karte jao whatever you are doing. SD sheet, whenever you're doing the SD sheet, please make sure make notes, because I have deliberately made the question sheet in a such a way that you will not be able to solve any question on that. Yeah, one two here and there you might be able to say it, but the SD sheet has been deliberately made so that you cannot solve a problem from there, so that you learn. That is why that sheet has been made, so that you can learn. So yeah, that's okay. Just get me a moment. Okay. So next question. We'll take the next question. We're getting a lot of questions. What's the next question? Oh भाई साहब, इतने question मत डालो इतने जल्दी जल्दी. My question my question is that Karamveer have taken a lot of questions. Is CP become rush for cracking the interview? So what do you think is going to be future in our trend in future with this trend of cheating? Yes, CP has become a rush, because a lot of influencers are basically, when they come into the market, they influence. See, influencers. Stuff is to tell the truth, but that is not happening. A lot of people are saying, "Yeah, wild card hai, do this to get into this. Without CP, you cannot get into this." But the reality check is not that. Everyone in tier 1 or tier 2 gets into those companies do not do CP. They're just going on campus. Now you might give an argument that though they're tier 1 tier 2 people, how will tier 3 go? They have a off campus round where a lot of people sit. But yeah, then CP is not like for a company like Amazon, which takes your coding round. They don't ask you CP questions. They ask you something like bridges, BFS. Now you cannot relate it to a CP problem just because they are adding a story to it. Adding a story is not a CP problem. Adding a story and just hiding an algorithm behind that is not a CP problem. Just because it's a story, people think it's a CP problem. So yeah, if you're able to solve a couple of problems, you will definitely get the call. And a lot of time it happens that you are solving every problem in the hiring round and you're not getting a call. So at that time, the the cut is not done considering the ratings, rather it is done considering the college or CGPA, right? If you're able to solve all the questions, doesn't matter what your ratings are, you're bound to get a call. And I can show you multiple examples who have not been good in CP and are placed at product based companies. But the reason why you feel that this is going to be the trend, I'll tell you why this happens. Because when someone who gets into an Microsoft, for an example, or like an Amazon, for an example, when he comes in and he starts a YouTube channel, yeah, some people might get a huge boost because he got into Amazon. But most of the people do not get that identity, and you do not believe them. You in your mind have made that thought ki okay, ye banda candidate master hai, iska YouTube channel follow karte hain. And just because of that trend, people are thinking, क्योंकि आप सिर्फ उन्हीं को देखते हो जो कैंडिडेट मास्टर है, जो एक्सपर्ट है, जो मास्टर है. इन्होंने हर जगह अन अकेडमी में आज कोई पढ़ा रहा है तो सब मास्टर है, तो आपको लग रहा है कि यही बंदे सिर्फ प्लेस्ड है. आज मेरा यूट्यूब चैनल है तो भाई ये कैंडिडेट मास्टर है तो यही प्लेस्ड है. बट उस पोर्शन, what about those portion of people who do not have an YouTube channel? यार, they do not come out and say कि हमारे पास YouTube channel नहीं है, हम भी placed है. They don't come out and say. Just because we people come out, you start thinking कि ये लोग candidate master है तो सिर्फ इसी से होगा. नहीं, there is a other side to this world also, and उसको भी आप लोग देखो. It's not that कि आपको CP ही करना पड़ेगा. Everyone doesn't enjoy CP, but that doesn't mean everyone will not enjoy algorithms. Both are two different arenas. Yes, I can assure you, if you are very good at CP, again, ratings से आजकल जज नहीं किया जाता, चीटिंग से होता है. If you have सही वे से अगर आपने रेटिंग्स हासिल किया है, हमें बहुत कॉन्टेस्ट दिए, आप बहुत कंसिस्टेंट हो, अगर आप सीपी में अच्छे हो तो आपका जॉब लग जाएगा, ये मैं कह सकता हूँ. बट ये मैं नहीं कहूंगा कि आपको सीपी करने से ही जॉब लगेगा. बोथ आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स. अगर आप अच्छे हो तो आपका लग जाएगा, एंड करने से सिर्फ लगेगा, बोथ दो डिफरेंट स्टेटमेंट्स है, इस दो डिफरेंट स्टेटमेंट्स को समझने की कोशिश करो, ठीक है। चलो अभी the next question is how to get off campus summer internships. No one gives opportunities without experience. Plus, I'm not from computer branch. What happens is uh, experience. See, previously people used to hire 2 months intern. फिर क्या हुआ कि जब ये 2 months intern वाला स्टफ आया ना, तो कंपनी स्टार्टेड टू रियलाइज कि हायरिंग 2 months intern इज ऑफ नो यूज, बिकॉज तो उन्होंने काउंट कम कर दिया. वाई ऑफ नो यूज? यार व्हेन यू हायर 2 months internship, समर इंटर्नशिप जिसको कहते हैं, the guy gets into the company. He one week तो his onboarding will go on. You have to tell him इधर अटेंडेंस अपडेट करना है, आपका लैपटॉप सेटअप, ये टीम का मैनेजर है, ये टीम का सीनियर है, ये आपका मेंटर है, आपको क्या आता है. 1 week will go on that, right? And then they'll explain you the project, like what is your problem statement. And generally when they hire from college, the guy is not expected to know a lot of things. So again, they'll give you a couple of weeks time to go through the code base, to understand, to learn that tech. And again, he's not confident in 2 weeks. No one gets confident in 2 weeks. And after that he has just 4 or 5 weeks left. And in that they will give you a project, they will make the entire design, then you have to uh, get the design approval, then you have to code it, and after coding you have to write unit test cases, tests and all, you have to write it, then you have to get it reviewed. After that they will give you comments. Just understand, so many things cannot be done in 7 6 7 months, sorry, 6 7 weeks. And after that you have to again do a आपको पीपीओ मिलेगा कि नहीं, उस पर भी एक वीक वो लोग बात करेंगे जब आप जाने वाले होगे. तो इतना कम पे देखा गया कि कुछ फायदा नहीं हुआ इंटर्न्स हायर करके. दैट इज वाई कंपनीज लाइक Amazon एंड ऑल दीज गाइस शिफ्टेड टू 6 months इंटर्नशिप, क्योंकि 6 months इंटर्नशिप पे दे गेट टाइम टू एनालाइज द कैंडिडेट. एंड जो 2 months इंटर्नशिप इन्होंने क्या किया, हायरिंग का जो काउंट है वो कम कर दिया. एंड सिंस काउंट कम हो गया, तो जब काउंट कम होता है सबसे पहली प्रायोरिटी किसको जाती है? टायर 1 टायर 2. वो कॉलेज जाते हैं, उधर से हायर कर लेते हैं, ऑफ कैंपस हायर नहीं करते. अब ऑफ कैंपस 2 months तो बहुत रेयर मिलता है. 6 months आपको भरपेट मिल जाएगा. जेटा है, मीडिया डॉट नेट 6 months हायर करती है, आपका Amazon हायर करती है 6 months, स्विगी हायर करती है 6 months. मतलब लिस्ट बना दूंगा, इतने सारे कंपनीज हायर करती है. डंजो हायर करती है 6 months, ग्रोफर्स हायर करती है 6 months. 6 months जो आपका 8 सेमेस्टर है उस पर आप ट्राई कर सकते हो. समर इंटर्नशिप स्टफ हो जाएगा. अगर इंटर्नशिप नहीं मिलती है, मेरे को भी नहीं मिली थी, इट इज कंप्लीटली ओके. जस्ट मेक श्योर इफ यू डू नॉट गेट एन इंटर्नशिप, please make sure you make a good project. Like utilize those 2 months to make a project. Having an internship tag in your resume will not help you if you don't do any project in that 2 months. It's better if you don't get an internship. Don't be demotivated. Rather think कि मैं 2 महीने में I'll make a project of myself such that I can tell them, okay, in this summer I've made this project. Just do that now. That is okay. Okay. What to fill? अरे यार सेम क्वेश्चंस मत करो यार, कुछ अलग पूछो, कुछ अलग पूछो. Okay, how to ask for referrals? I mean the format kind of thing. Kumar Karthike Agarwal asks how to ask for referrals. I mean the format kind of thing. Okay, so stuff is a lot of people, I get a lot of text, like I get a lot of text for referrals. First thing that I want to say is the common mistake that I've seen is hey comma हे कुछ नाम होता है, वो दूसरे को भेजे होते हैं, they send it to me also. That's the most, like 70% mistake is that hey same name is pasted everywhere by mistake or whatever it is. That should not be done. The second thing is don't be like this. Hi, enter, sir, hello sir, how are you? फिर you'll say I am fine. फिर पूछो सर आपके कंपनी में ओपनिंग, क्रॉस. No one has that much time to give you an high reply. Okay, straight to the point. LinkedIn is a professional platform. No one will take it into his heart that you're saying directly काम का बात कर रहा है. नहीं, we appreciate that you are directly saying कि we need a referral. Just make sure you write 4 5 lines, not more than that. Don't write a paragraph. I've also seen people writing paragraphs. We don't have that much time. No one has that much time. So make sure what you do is when you're writing hey, don't, like, your name is already visible there, right, in your LinkedIn. I see a lot of people writing hi, I am this from this college. अरे वो LinkedIn पे already visible होता है आप जब मैसेज करते हो. There is no need to write that. Just write hi, I came across an opening, bracket में link, and these are my skills. For an example, I have done projects on Django, or let's say Java, Spring, or React, Angular, and so and so. I'm also a very decent problem solver. Never say I'm a very good problem solver. Always say I'm a very I do solve problems, or I'm a very decent problem solver. Never ever overemphasize on that word. I'm the best, or I'm that. Okay, I also solve problems on Codeforces, CodeChef, and you can find all my profile links on the resume. I'm attaching the link, and if you feel like that I deserve a chance, I'll highly be grateful to you. ऐसा कुछ इंग्लिश में 4-5 लाइन लिखना है, पूरा वो इतिहास नहीं लिखना होता है, थोड़ा थोड़ा बोलना होता है, रेज्यूमी होता है। अगर उसको थोड़ा बोलने से मेरे को अच्छा लगेगा, मैं रेज्यूमी खोल के देख के मुझे अच्छा लगेगा, मैं आई विल रेफर यू। नाउ यू माइट थिंक नहीं करेगा रेफर, क्यों करेगा वो मुझे रेफर? अरे भाई पैसे मिलते हैं, पैसे मिलते हैं मेरे कंपनी में। लाइक मेरे कंपनी छोड़ो, किसी और का बताता हूँ। if Amazon in Amazon, if a success referral is made, SD1 का he gets 50,000, someone gets 50,000 rupees। अगर पूरा साल में he makes 5-6 successful referrals, he'll get 2-3 lakhs। समझ रहे हो? he'll get 2-3 lakhs। so मेरे पैसे भाई एक साल में 2-3 लाख, बोनस नहीं होता उतना, तो he will get that ना। एंड सेम चीज दूसरे कंपनीज में भी है, पैसे मिलते हैं। SD2 हो गया तो ज्यादा मिलते हैं, 75,000, 80,000। तो अगर उसको 100 मेल आ रहे हैं, उसमें से एक सेकेंड, if he is getting 100 mails, and even if 10 people clear, just think of the amount that he will get। so people do refer you, बस make sure मैसेज को क्रिस्प रखना है, ठीक है? okay, I'll take how to get motivated while we are unable to solve question। I'm in first year। okay, how to get motivated? यार मोटिवेशन मैं ऐसे करता था, like I used to get a lot of demotivation when I was not able to solve problems। the trick that I used was I used to keep a wallpaper। like might sound very funny, but yeah, मैं अपने रूम पे बहुत मोटिवेशनल कोट्स लगा के रखता था, so that मैं रोज सुबह उठ के ना मुझे वो पढ़ने मिलता था। and I used to again start। एंड एक मोटिवेशनल कोट तो आप रख सकते हो, लाइक दैट वर्क्स। a lot of people, you'll see a lot of successful people having motivational, like इस रूम में नहीं है, in my college hostel room I had a lot of motivational quotes over there। the other thing that you can do is, let's say you're aiming for certain company, like for an example I'll tell you, when I was preparing for media.net and Amazon and all, मैं Amazon का लोगो रख के रख दिया था अपने लैपटॉप पे, बड़ा सा लोगो। मैं लैपटॉप खोलते मुझे याद आता था कि आई हैव टू प्रिपेयर। सो यू कैन probably use these things, and probably you can look up to people who inspire you, and you can just get inspired। if you feel like down, you can just get inspiration from them। तो एंड और एक चीज है, कभी भी लगे कि नहीं करना है तो सिर्फ एक चीज सोचना, अगर मैं नहीं करता हूँ, लेट्स सी इट्स अ पैशन, आपका कुछ और पैशन हो सकता है। व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज, इफ यू आर स्ट्रिक्टली इनटू इंजीनियरिंग, यू वांट टू बी ए सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर, तभी ये सोचना। मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि जबरदस्ती करो। इफ यू आर स्ट्रिक्टली इनटू सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, यू वांट टू बी ए सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, एंड आपको कभी डिमोटिवेशन लगे, तो सिर्फ एक चीज सोचना, अगर मैं आज मेहनत नहीं करता हूँ, 4 साल बाद मुझे एक पीजी में रहना पड़ेगा रूम शेयर करके, ठीक है? एक पीजी में रूम शेयर करके रहना पड़ेगा, एंड उसके बाद मेरे मंथ में जब मैं पूरा सैलरी पीजी में शेयर करने के बाद जब मैं टीसीएस में काम करूंगा, तो मेरी सेविंग्स 5,000 की होगी। मैं एक फोन भी खरीदना चाहूंगा ना, तो मुझे 3 महीने सेव करना पड़ेगा, या फिर घर से पैसे लेने पड़ेंगे। सिर्फ इतना सोचना, खुद ही खुद मोटिवेशन, क्या इतना मोटिवेशन आएगा कि पूरा रात पढ़ने लगोगे। हमेशा जब भी डिमोटिवेशन आए ना, 4 साल बाद की अपने स्टेज को सोचना, तो खुद ही यू विल गेट मोटिवेटेड, तुम कैसे ना कैसे पढ़ ही लोगे, ठीक है? जैसे मैं हमेशा सोचता था, इफ आई डोंट डू वेल tomorrow, I know I'll have to live in Bangalore with a salary of 25,000, जहाँ मेरे को पीजी को ही 9-10 हजार देना पड़ेगा, खाने को 4-5 हजार, ट्रैवलिंग को 2-3 हजार। यार पैसे कहाँ रहेंगे पॉकेट में, समझ रहे हो? तो ये सब बहुत जरूरी है कि आप सोचो। Cool, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन लेते हैं। I'm learning high level system designs, will it give me an edge over other candidates? It will give you an edge. It will give you an edge if people ask system design questions. If people don't ask system design questions, how will you get an edge? Something like Coordination does ask you system design question, but yeah, not other companies do not ask you. Other companies do not ask you. So I recently asked, नहीं आता, मतलब बहुत मेरे से तो कभी नहीं पूछा गया। Whatever companies I interviewed for, I was never asked system design. Rather, having a knowledge of low-level designing, object-oriented programming will help you. Again, people might not ask you direct questions on low-level design, but you have to tell them that you know low-level design. For an example, I'll tell you. Let's say you're solving a problem. Okay. For an example, you're solving a problem. That problem has a requirement of 4 arrays. Similar, like let's say a couple of segment trees. The problem is solved using couple of segment trees. ठीक है? तो अभी how do you tell the interviewer that you're very good at low level design? Because generally the interviewer, is someone who's a software engineer. So we people, when we come into the industry, we forget the aspect of CP. We don't write code like that. We write a lot code which is much more design oriented. तो हमें अगर डिजाइन का कोड दिखता है ना प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स के साथ, वी गेट अट्रैक्टेड टू दैट गाय, लाइक वी गिव अ वेरी गुड फीडबैक कि इसको हायर करो. तो अभी आपको लो लेवल का क्वेश्चन वो नहीं पूछेगा, हो सकता है, बट यू हैव टू टेल हिम कि भाई मैं अच्छा हूँ. कैसे? 2 सेगमेंटरी लग रहा है एक क्वेश्चन पे. तो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज, आप उसको क्लास बनाओ, क्लास में एक ही सेगमेंटरी डिक्लेयर करो, फिर इस क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट बनाओ, एंड फिर उस ऑब्जेक्ट का दो ऑब्जेक्ट बनाओ, एंड फिर 2 सेगमेंटरी बन जाएगा. तो ये सब चीजें बहुत, लेट्स से आप एक कोड 3 लाइन है, 2 बार यूज हो रहा है, फंक्शन में डालो. समझ रहे हो? तो ये सब चीजें आपको करना पड़ेगा. आप ऐसे उसको बता सकते हो मेरे को ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग आता है, एंड इधर से व्हाट विल हैपन इज these the interviewer will get fascinated and he'll be like आता है उसको ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग, एंड दैट्स अ वेरी गुड प्लस. ठीक है, सो मेक श्योर इंटरव्यू इज ओनली नॉट अबाउट आंसरिंग, it's about answering in the best possible way so that he the interviewer when gives the feedback to HR, he will be like भाई इसको ले लेना, don't reject him. There are some kinds of feedback that interviewer generally gives. हाँ अच्छा है, अच्छा चल जाएगा, एंड कोई बोलता है नहीं बहुत तगड़ा है छोड़ना मत, ऐसे ऐसे फीडबैक्स देते हैं. समझ रहे हो? तो वो अच्छा है जब कोई बोलता है, तो अगर 3-4 कैंडिडेट्स आ गए तो फिर तुम कट सकते हो, एंड जब बहुत तगड़ा है वो फीडबैक से आप सिलेक्ट हो सकते हो. ये डिफरेंस होता है. ओके, हाउ टू डेवलप. नहीं यार, सीपी कल्चर का मैं वीडियो बना चुका हूँ, देख लेना. हाउ मेनी प्रोजेक्ट्स आर रेकमेंडेड टू पुट इन रेज्यूमे. So how many projects are recommended to put in resume is okay. I've already addressed it, how to prepare in last few months. Can you just remove this question? We'll take the other question. How many projects? Can someone just put in the other question? How many projects are recommended to put in? Okay. So how many projects? Coming to the question, कितने projects चाहिए? Now, as a college fresher, that thinking is कि जितने projects हो अच्छा है. That thinking is a big cross. नहीं, जितने प्रोजेक्ट हो उतना जरूरी नहीं है. स्टफ इज जो हो वो इतना अच्छा हो कि और चाहिए नहीं हो. दैट इज द की ओवर हियर. व्हाटएवर यू आर पुटिंग, दैट शुड बी सो गुड दैट पीपल आर लाइक वाओ. समझ रहे हो? ये होना चाहिए. अब एक या दो, आई प्रेफर टू. व्हाई आई से यू दैट, थोड़ा जगह ले लेगा मेरा रेज्यूमे में, एंड अच्छा भी दिखेगा. एंड मेक वन थिंग फॉर श्योर, इफ यू आर डूइंग अ प्रोजेक्ट, let's say you did a project on a major project should be there, which is your major one. Okay, that should be your first project. Second project can be a minor project. You don't need to do 2 major projects. One major, one minor. इधर भी बहुत लोग बहुत गलती करते हैं. क्या करते हैं? एक में डेवलपमेंट पे प्रोजेक्ट, द अदर प्रोजेक्ट इज इन मशीन लर्निंग. डोंट डू दैट. ये खिचड़ी मत पकाना रेज्यूमे पे, तो फिर भाई पंगा हो जाएगा. ट्राई टू हैव वन प्रोजेक्ट इन मेजर, सेम फील्ड पे बनाइए. We're using front end. If you're a front end developer and you know back end, probably you can have a major project which has front end plus back end. On the second, a minor project can be a simple front end का कोई stuff हो सकता है. And yeah, any technology can work. React हो गया, Angular हो गया. In back end it can be Node.js, Django, Java, Spring. But yeah, make sure whatever project you make, you don't need to remember the code. I've seen a lot of people before the interviews memorize the code. ये line ऐसे होगा, ये line नहीं. No one will ask you the code. What people will ask you, I'll tell you that. People are gonna ask you, like I've seen a lot of people, before thinking the idea of project, they start, मैं तो Django में project बनाऊंगा, मैं तो Node.js में बनाऊंगा, मैं तो React करूंगा, मैं तो Angular. This is not how you decide on a project. It's the other way. Like, if you tell the interviewer that मैं तो Django सीखा था इसलिए मैंने Django में project बना दिया, उधर ही आप बहुत इतना गिर जाओगे ना इंटरव्यू के सामने कि भाई ये पहले से ही सोच के रखा था इसको इस पे करना है. इंडस्ट्री डजंट वर्क्स दैट वे. इंडस्ट्री इज लाइक, पहले आप प्रोजेक्ट सोचो, पहले आप प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट सोचो, आप क्या प्रोजेक्ट बनाना चाहते हो. फॉर एन एग्जांपल, बहुत छोटा सा एग्जांपल लेते हैं. आई एम थिंकिंग आई एम गोना मेक अ ई कॉमर्स वेबसाइट. ठीक है, तो मुझे दिखा कि ई कॉमर्स वेबसाइट पे जो फ्रंट एंड है उसके बहुत सारे पार्ट्स रिपीट होते हैं. ठीक है, बहुत सारे पार्ट्स तो पता ही है ना, ई कॉमर्स वेबसाइट है तो बहुत सारे पेजेस रिपीट होते हैं, बस स्ट्रक्चर तो सेम रहता है ना बहुत सारे पेजेस का. एंड आई जस्ट चेंज दी guys over there, change the products over there. So I can actually relate कि I can probably use Angular React, क्योंकि इसमें हम लोग repeat वाला concept use करते हैं, right? Components, React पे components होते हैं, I can use it. फिर मैं backend सोच रहा था, तो मुझे लगा कि मैं Java Spring use करूँ. तो इस पे मैं कुछ क्यों सोचा जावा स्प्रिंग यूज करूँ। पहला तो मेरे को लगा कि जावा स्प्रिंग का बहुत आर्टिकल्स मिल जाएगा पढ़ने के लिए, एंड फिर बहुत वीडियोस मिल जाएंगे यूट्यूब पे पढ़ने के लिए। तो या फिर और भी रीजन हो सकता है, जावा अगर यूज करो तो थ्रेड का कॉन्सेप्ट मैं ला सकता हूँ। तो आप पहले डिसाइड करो आपका प्रोजेक्ट क्या है, फिर आप फ्रंट एंड का क्या यूज करोगे वो डिसाइड करो। बैक एंड में जैंगो यूज करना क्या सही है, सिर्फ जैंगो कूल सुनाई देता है तो इसलिए मत यूज करो। पहले रिसर्च करो क्या जैंगो के लिए बहुत ट्यूटोरियल्स है क्या, या फिर मैं जैसे बैकएंड से फ्रंट एंड से बैकएंड बुलाना चाहता हूँ, क्या जैंगो सही से हो पाएगा, या फिर ये सब रिसर्च करो कितना इजी हो पाएगा, कौन सा लैंग्वेज पे इजी हो पाएगा, कौन सा लैंग्वेज स्केल कर पाएगा। ये सब रिसर्च करने के बाद डिसाइड करो कि कौन सा लैंग्वेज चूज करना है। जस्ट डोंट गेट फैसिनेटेड, रिएक्ट एंगुलर मार्केट में है तो रिएक्ट पे प्रोजेक्ट बनाना है, एंगुलर पे प्रोजेक्ट बनाना है, जैंगो पे बनाना है, ये गलत होता है। पहले प्रोजेक्ट डिसाइड कर लो। देखो अगर तुम फ्रंट एंड बैक एंड बनाना चाहते हो तुम प्रोजेक्ट का आइडिया बना लो, ठीक है, या फिर एंड्रॉइड ऐप बनाना चाहते हो पूरा आइडिया पूरा रेडी कर लो, आइडिया रेडी करो पहले। प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, फिर सोल्यूशन पे आओ। यार तुम लोग पहले ही सोल्यूशन सोचते हो तो ये गलत है, ठीक है, ये मत करना। ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट्स इज ओके, यू कैन पुट ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट्स, कोई पंगा नहीं है, बट मेक श्योर आप आपका पार्ट मेंशन कर देना, ठीक है। लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। सर वेयर आर यू टेकिंग सीपी कोर्स नाउ फ्रॉम जुलाई? I'm not sure where I'll take. I'll inform you that on my Instagram. Okay, next question. Which question shall I take? Can a moderator put some question? I'm not taking CP course anywhere as of now, so you can remove that. Can a moderator pick up some random question? I pick up some random question. Okay. Hey, I'm from EC. Can I keep my final year project in resume? The project domain is in image processing. Hey, I'm from EC. अरे दो बार लिखने का क्या है, एक बार में समझ में आता है। हाँ राजकुमार, yeah, you can. Doesn't matter. See, if you're appearing for a software engineer role, and if you put projects like this, it won't matter if it's a product based company, like a big company, it won't matter. But yeah, it will matter. Let's say you have a machine learning project. If you are having an interview at Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and all these top product based companies, they won't judge you on that this guy is appearing for software engineering role and he's done a project on machine learning, because they won't judge you, because एसडी को ही ले जाके मशीन लर्निंग का काम कराता है, डेटा का काम कराते हैं, so it's completely okay. At the same time, if you let's say apply for any startups, ठीक है, let's say for an example coding ninjas, ठीक है, उस स्टार्टअप पे क्या हुआ कि दे क्लियरली मेंशन कि हम हायर करेंगे सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, तो ब्रैकेट में लिख दिया रूबी एंड रेल्स आना चाहिए, फिर लाइक नियर बाई टेक्नोलॉजी आना चाहिए। तो स्टार्टअप्स में ये होता है, दे वांट पीपल टू नो दैट टेक ओनली। दैट डजंट हैपेंस इन Amazon. Doesn't matter what project you have done, doesn't matter what tech you have done, doesn't like बड़े कंपनीज में नहीं देखते, क्योंकि what they think is बंदा टैलेंटेड है, मैं इसको लेके कुछ भी सिखाऊंगा, ये सीख जाएगा एक महीने में, एंड भले मेरा एक महीने का फ्री का सैलरी जाएगा, एक महीना मैं उसको फ्री में तनख्वाह दूंगा, बट when you learn na this guy will be the best in the market. And startups think it otherwise. Startups think that mera 1 month ka I'll waste my money. I want someone who can directly start. I don't want to waste my 1 month money cost cutting. That happens in startup, not in bigger companies. They invest in you so that they can get a gem out of you. ठीक है, so डिपेंडिंग ऑन आप कहाँ अप्लाई कर रहे हो, आपको रखना चाहिए कि नहीं, आप ये सोच लेना, ठीक है। Can I apply for internships without any prior? Yeah, you can. You can. I when I applied for Amazon 6 months internship, I did not have any prior internship experience. I had an experience at content internship, which even doesn't matters. See, if you're applying for internship, the reason you're applying for internship is you don't have like you did not do an internship. That is why. If how can you have an prior experience if you're applying for an intern? Yeah, if you're applying for full time, probably some people will see internship experience and some people will see if you've done projects. That will completely work. You don't need to have an internship experience. Okay, cool. Can I bring in the next question? I'm tired of reading the questions. Just the moderator. I'm learning DSA and doing CP, and I'm confused about web development and Android development. What should I do? Again, try out both. I'll suggest try out both, and ask yourself where do you want to end up at. Like I was very much sure that like in my second year, third year, I was very much sure that I want to go to Google, Amazon, and all these big names, and I knew that CP and DSA will be important if I have to be a good problem solver if I want to end up at these big names. So that's why I focused on them. I did not focus on projects. And coming into the industry, I got to know कि आप कोई भी project करो, that is okay. So probably try out web development, try out Android. There's not a vast difference. हाँ, थोड़ा सा सिंटैक्स लाइक कोड लैंग्वेज लाइक सिंटैक्स थोड़े अलग होंगे. बाकी अगर लॉजिक वाइज सोचो तो आप एपीआई एंड्रॉइड में भी लिखोगे, आप एपीआई वेब डेवलपमेंट में भी लिखोगे, आप फ्रंट यूआई डिजाइन, हाँ यूआई थोड़ा डिफरेंट डिजाइन करोगे, इधर भी यूआई डिजाइन करोगे. इट्स जस्ट द कोड दैट यू राइट. there's the other way to write code here, there's the other way to write code here. अगर मैं if I'm speaking this in English, अगर मैं ये हिंदी में बोल रहा हूँ, फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. मेरा दिमाग जो सोच रहा है मैं इधर इंग्लिश या इधर हिंदी में बोल ही सकता हूँ, बिकॉज आई नो बोथ द लैंग्वेजेस. It's similar in Android. If you know how to do, you will be able to. Logic is same, front end, back end. It's gonna be the same. So yeah, do anything that you wish to. I'll suggest web development if you are looking for a stable job, because there are a lot of jobs in web development. Startups बहुत सारे हैं. Android भी कर सकते हो आप पे, ठीक है. Again, I'm currently placement. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. अरे क्या कर रहे हो? एक वो वाला दे लो, पीछे पहले वाला दे लो. Internship वाला अच्छा question था. I love that question. Can you give experience for handling internship and placement? Yeah. So I'll tell you that. I'll tell you about this. So I got hired for Amazon internship at December, back end of December, and I was so happy. I had my laptop off. I just took a sannyasi ban gaya tha. I just had everything off and I went off. And suddenly this media.net opportunity comes up. HR calls that will you give a coding round? I was like, chalo de dete hain. I gave the coding round. I cleared it. And then she called ki we want to schedule the first round. And I was like, हाँ ठीक है, सीपी पे ही होता है फर्स्ट राउंड, क्या पढ़ना है, पढ़ेंगे थोड़ी कुछ. I gave the first round, and the rounds are so good that you don't have to read anything. First round happened, it was CP question asked, Code Forces का I think E level का question था, DP on trees था. The Code Forces E level DP on trees question it was asked to me. I solved it in 45 minutes. First round पे I got through. I did not have to study anything because it was problem solving skills that was pushing me through the rounds. Second round came in again, 1 hour, one question. This question was on KMP algo, binary search, prefix sum. All the three algos were combined to produce a question which is again Code Forces DE level. And I trust me, it was a 1 hour round. Until 50 minutes I could not give him a brute force solution. I thought I'm gone, I'm out of the interview. And suddenly something happened. I did not know what happened to my mind. I suddenly gave him a solution at the 52nd or 53rd minute, and he told me, are you sure? I was like, yes, I'm sure. And he verified that, like, he was expecting some other solution, but my brain come up with something else. And he was like, okay, this looks good, can you code it? Because the time was going. And I was on 57th minute when he said, can you code it? And I coded it in 4 or 5 minutes. So long solution. I just coded my whatever I had in me. I just coded it at 1 hour 2 3 minutes. He said ki we are running out of time, and that 1 hour 2 3 minutes I ended up. And he said, okay, we are out of time. And he gave the feedback to the HR. What he said was, you want to hire this guy because he doesn't give up. He did not give up after 50 minutes. That was the feedback. And the HR told me, we generally don't hire someone who crosses 1 hour, but just because after 50 minutes also you did not give up, that is why we will take you to the next round. So she took me to the next round, and this is where the preparation started, because the third round is basically on operating system, database management, and all these things. So obviously CP won't help me, so I had to study. So I was having my internship where I had to work 11 o'clock in the morning. Like I had to get from the home at 10 o'clock, and I came back at 7 8 o'clock. So I came back at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock some days. I used to have my dinner and I used to sleep. I used to sleep for a couple of hours, 3 hours, so that my body gets a bit of rest, because after working 8 9 hours, 10 hours, your body wants rest. I had my dinner as sap as I reached home, and I slept 9:30 around. I used to sleep, and I used to wake up at, I had an alarm at 1 o'clock. I used to wake up until 1 o'clock. I waked up and I used to study, and I used to study till 5 6. I did not know D of DBMS. I did not know C of computer networks. I did not know O of operating system till that date. In 4 days, I completed everything. I watched lectures at 2x speed. I just completed everything, and luckily I got that. So it's about, if you're preparing, you have to just manage time. After your office hours, sleep for a couple of hours. Don't continue after dinner. Sleep for a couple of 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours, so that your brain just gets stabilized. Wake up, study for 3 hours, again go back to bed, and that will help you to prepare. Like don't just do 13 hours in a stretch. Okay. Next question. Hey guys, enjoying this session? Are you guys enjoying the session? Can you give me a yes on the chat box? And if possible, please make sure you like this session. Please make sure you like this session. Give me a yes on the chat box. I don't see people liking this session. No, 230 people online and just 42 likes. I need likes before answering the other questions. I want the like to go up. Come on, man. Nice, nice, nice. Great, great. The likes up. The likes up. Okay, cool. Can we apply without having interns in product based companies? Only having, yes, as I said, when I applied for Amazon 6 months internship, I did not have I did not have any prior internship experience. I did apply. I did not have even projects. I was so bad. I did not have projects. Even my CGPA was 7.5. The only reason I got through was because in Amazon's, I'll tell you why I got through. Because in Amazon, 6 months internship experience, what happened was they did not ask me a question related to DBM. In 6 months internship, there was a coding round, couple of questions on DSA. I cleared it, and then there was a क्या था तब तो ये कोविड महाराज थे नहीं. I had to go to the Hyderabad कहीं school में. They had a center, and over there were a couple of rounds. First round they asked me a DP question, and DP is something which I love. Like, you give me a DP question, I'll solve you in 5 minutes. That I can assure you. They gave me a DP question. The round was of 30 minutes. Like, पहला राउंड में क्या था, 230 बच्चे शॉर्टलिस्ट होके आए थे. So they did not have so much of time to interview 230 people. So they had a 30 minutes round where they'll give you one question. If you solve, you go through or not. I just solved that in 5 minutes, and I went through to the second round. In second round, it was a 1 hour round where I had to solve 4 questions. It was again on DSA, completely on DSA. So nowhere was I asked DBMS projects, nothing. 2 rounds completely of DSA. I got the Amazon 6 months internship. Again, when the media.net came, 3 rounds, first 3 rounds were CP. And last round was OS. I just read and I got through. So luckily, I was not like, I was shortlisted everywhere. And again, this happened because of problem solving skills, because I was good. That is why I just cleared everything. That will happen with you if you are good enough with DSS skills and good projects. People are not going to look at your internships. Cool. Okay, let's begin the next question. I'll continue the session for 10-15 minutes more because I have to get back to office. I told them that I have a session, I have to go. Do higher number of questions that someone did. Yeah, it matters. It definitely matters, because let's say there is a shortlisting going on. If you're asking, like, on what basis will you ask the people, give me referral? You need something to showcase. So probably I'll say, if you're doing lead code, try to do 20% easy problems, right? 50% medium problems, 30% hard. 20, 50, 30. Easy, medium, hard should be the agenda. And if you do this much, and I'll tell you to do 300 to 400 problems in lead code, that will matter. Because once you do those 200 to 400 problems ना, अगर एक मौका भी आता है ना, लाइक ये मत सोचो अभी जीरो करके ना, सोचो मत कि यार 300 करेंगे, मौका मिलेगा. अरे भाई कर तो लो एक बार, 300 करके देखो, 400 करके देखो. Once you will do ना 300 400, you will be in a different space. You'll be like, यार मुझे सिर्फ इंटरव्यू दो, मुझे एक इंटरव्यू दो, तब वो वाला हो जाएगा. अभी कैसा होगा ना, अभी तुम लोग सोच रहे होगे यार एक चांस से क्या होगा, 5-6 चांस चाहिए इंटरव्यू निकालने के लिए. बट तब ऐसा स्पेस में होगा ना, लाइक द थिंग दैट हैपेंड टू मी, आई वाज ऑलवेज लाइक, जस्ट गेट मी एन इंटरव्यू मैन, कहीं भी एक इंटरव्यू ले आओ, आई विल क्रैक इट बाय एनी मींस. एंड वो हो जाएगा जब 300-400 सवाल कर लोगे, एसडी शीट पूरा कर लोगे. That will come to you. You will be in a different world. You'll feel like I am the king. And वो फीलिंग से ना, जब इंटरव्यू देते हो ना, वो खुद निकल जाएगा. हो सकता है एक इंटरव्यू खराब जाए, बट अगर 2 या 3 दे दोगे ना, निकल ही जाएगा. और ऐसे केसेस में अगर नहीं करोगे, अभी से सोचोगे, तब फिर भाई 10-15 इंटरव्यू दोगे तो भी रिजेक्ट ही होगे. और फिर 16-17 में लगेगा, क्योंकि 15 में जब रिजेक्ट होगे, कुछ तो पढ़ोगे. पढ़ते होगा. वो क्यों करना है? हम टायर 3 वाले हैं, हमें कितने मौके मिलेंगे? 1 2 3 4 5, उससे ज्यादा नहीं मिलने वाले. एंड जो मौका मिलेगा उसको दोनों हाथ से पकड़ना है. ठीक है? How to use LinkedIn effectively for off-campus placement or internship? The best way to use LinkedIn is, if you're in third year, note down. Let's say I saw some post regarding Amazon intern has in January, right? So I'll note down कि जनवरी में सबने Amazon internship ज्वाइन किया. मैं अभी हूँ तो let's say मैं थर्ड ईयर का हूँ, मैं देख रहा हूँ कि फोर्थ ईयर के बंदे जनवरी में Amazon का इंटर्नशिप ज्वाइन किए. जनवरी में ज्वाइन किए तो 3-4 महीने पहले से तो इनका ओपनिंग्स आया होगा, तो सितंबर लिख दिया मैंने. मैं जब फोर्थ ईयर में जाऊंगा, मैं सितंबर से देखना शुरू करूंगा कहाँ ओपनिंग्स है उस कंपनी का. सेम माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, मैंने देखा माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का हायरिंग मार्च में हुआ है, तो मेरे को पता है मार्च में हुआ है, तो दिसंबर जनवरी फरवरी कभी तो ओपनिंग आई होगी मार्च में, अगर हायरिंग हुआ है तो मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं दिसंबर जनवरी फरवरी से मार्च का माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का लिंक्डइन पे देखना शुरू करूंगा, उसके करियर पोर्टल पे देखना शुरू करूंगा। ये मत देखो, मतलब जब आप फोर्थ ईयर में चले गए तब मत देखो कि भाई इसका लग गया अब जाके खोजूंगा, नहीं, पहले से पता होना चाहिए, क्योंकि फिर वही होगा, जस्ट लुक एट लिंक्डइन, भाई ये तो प्लेस हो गया, पता ही नहीं चला ओपनिंग आया था। यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल कि इस मंथ में आएगा तो मुझे पहले सब जगह खोजना है लिंक्डइन पे। लिंक्डइन का उपयोग करो नॉलेज गैदर करने में, कौन सा कंपनी कब हायर करता है, गैदर दैट नॉलेज बाय यूजिंग लिंक्डइन, हाउ टू। एंड जितना भी लिंक्डइन पे ओपनिंग्स आता है जॉब पोर्टल पे सर्च पे, पहला बात तो लगा दो कि जितना भी इंटर्नशिप है एक रिमाइंडर सेट कर दो, एक होता है, मुझे याद नहीं, अपना यूज भी नहीं करता ना, देयर इज अ नोटिफिकेशन, टर्न ऑन नोटिफिकेशंस ऑन दैट इंटर्नशिप टैग। कोई भी इंटर्नशिप पोस्ट करेगा, टर्न ऑन होगा, अप्लाई कर दो, अप्लाई करते जाओ, 100 150 में अप्लाई करने से 1 2 कॉल्स आ जाते हैं, कीप ऑन अप्लाइंग, कीप ऑन अप्लाइंग, दैट इज द वे। बट द बेस्ट वे इज कब कौन हायर करता है और अपने ईयर में जाके वो अप्लाई करना है, ये नोटिस कर लियो, ठीक है। डज इंटर्नशिप मैटर, अरे ये क्वेश्चन हो गया, इसको आगे करो, आगे करो। How do you approach a DP question? How you become so good at it? I approach DP like previously when I started in my first year, second year, I used to watch Tushar Roy's lecture, and then I thought that DP is so tough, man. How that guy comes up with a uh, with the marker and writes the formula. I then started to memorize. I started to memorize formulas. I thought DP is so hard. How will I get these formulas? And by doing, I started. I could not solve any problems in DP on first year, second year. Then there was a guy Ashish Gupta. You must be knowing, right? So we become friends in third year में we become friends. He told me यार, तो I told him कि यार तू इतना अच्छा डीपी का सवाल कर लेता है, how do you do that? So he told me कि यार ये ऐसे हो जाता है, and I saw his solutions. I started seeing his solutions and he writes wonderful solutions where he explained me couple of questions. तो मुझे आइडिया लग गया कि अरे भाई I was doing the wrong way, writing a for loop and then trying to figure out the formula from for loop, like वो वाला डीपी, for loop वाला डीपी, iterative डीपी। I thought this is the wrong way यार for a beginner. So I started, he told me कि ऐसे होता है recursion plus memoization. And then I started solving basic problems using recursion. And I was good at recursion. So recursion I was good. So that I got to know कि recursion plus memoization से भी DP होता है. तो उधर से हुआ, फिर when I was not able to do, I used to ask Ashish the solutions दिखता था, and I give a huge credit to Ashish. For him, I know dynamic programming. Till today also, if I see a DP problem and I face a problem, I ask him, भाई ये बता, and he is one of the best in India. He can solve any problem. I think most of you know Ashish Gupta, right? You must be knowing Ashish Gupta. How many of you know? How many of you know Ashish Gupta? Anyone knows? He does wonderful. And Ashish Gupta is his Codeforces username. You can definitely search it. Okay, next question. Next question. Don't know? Okay, Ashish Gupta. You can definitely search it on Codeforces. इंटर्नशिप तो यार सेकंड ईयर में खोजना ही नहीं चाहिए. I'll suggest you, if you are looking to get into a software engineering role, don't be fascinated if someone gets an internship in second year. That won't matter. I have seen a lot of people getting internship in their first year. क्या होता है जब फर्स्ट ईयर सेकंड ईयर में आते हो ना, you see people using machine learning, artificial intelligence, Python, ये सब बड़े बड़े वर्ड्स सुनाई देता है. एंड जब ये बड़े बड़े वर्ड्स सुनाई देता है, व्हाट हैपेंस इज यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग अट्रैक्टेड टू दीज वर्ड्स, एंड फिर सडनली यू सी समवन गेटिंग एन इंटर्नशिप एट सेकंड ईयर, यू विल बी लाइक भाई इसको मिल गया, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, मैं लाइफ में कुछ नहीं कर पाया, मैं कहाँ पीछे रह गया. दिस थिंग शुड नॉट हैपन. दिस थिंग शुड नॉट हैपन. जो सेकंड ईयर फर्स्ट ईयर में आप जो भी लोग करते हैं ना, जब आप फोर्थ ईयर में आ जाओगे आपको समझ में आ जाएगा, अरे भाई ये क्या बकवास करता था, ये तो कुछ भी नहीं किया था हम लोग इतना. मतलब जब हम फर्स्ट ईयर में आए थे, there was a guy who just made a front end website, हाँ, and he showed to the class कि I made this website. and हम लोग फर्स्ट ईयर में सोचते थे भाई ये तो कॉलेज का सबसे खतरनाक कोडर है, अब इससे बड़ा कोई कोडर है ही नहीं, कितना आता है इसको. एंड फोर्थ ईयर में ही ended up at TCS. I'm not demeaning it. What I'm meaning to say is जो फर्स्ट ईयर में दिखता है फोर्थ ईयर में आके पता चलता है कि वो कुछ नहीं है. लाइक दैट्स अ मिथ. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस बहुत बड़ा वर्ड है, बट फिर आपको समझ में आता है क्या है, नॉर्मल ही चीज है, मतलब ऐसा कुछ बड़ा चीज नहीं है. तो okay, sorry, it's a normal thing. It's not a big deal. So don't get fascinated by these things. Second year first year mein don't try for internships, rather try to make yourself such a gem so that when you apply in third year, fourth year, you're such a gem. You have been made into such a gem that you don't miss out on opportunities. If you end up wasting time in getting an internship and not developing your problem solving skills, I'm not saying you won't get an internship. Let's say you got an internship in web development. What will you learn in two months of that internship? At max, you'll develop a website, chota sa, right? That won't teach you anything. Rather, focus on your problem solving skills, keep making your own projects, then start trying for internships in third year, fourth year. I'm telling you by experience, don't run behind achievements in first year, second year. Make yourself in first year, second year. Third year and fourth year is when you run behind opportunities, achievements, right? Cool. I'll take some more questions. My throat is gone. I'll take some more questions. I don't even have water near. Anyways, I'll take some other questions. Can you just quickly bring in some other questions? भाई प्रोडक्ट बेस अगर सोचता हूँ तो एक डे में कितना सॉल्व करना चाहिए? अगेन एज आई सेड, हैविंग अ थॉट प्रोसेस ऑफ एक डे में कितना सॉल्व करना चाहिए, रेटिंग कितना होना चाहिए, रेज्यूमे में कितने प्रोजेक्ट्स आने चाहिए, हैविंग दिस थॉट प्रोसेस इज रॉन्ग वे ऑफ थिंकिंग. ऑलवेज थिंक कि क्या मुझे सारे एल्गोरिथम्स आते हैं, क्या मुझे सारे डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स यूज करना आता है. Always think in this way, right? It's not about solving how many. Let's say you have picked up 10 problems and you're able to solve every 10 problem in one go, all the 10 problems in one go, in a single day 10 problems, you did it by yourself. And I am picking up one problem that I could not solve and I did it in one day. I did a single problem in one day, you did 10 problems in one day, but I did learn something else. You did not learn something because you solved the problems. So that means you already knew those concepts. Your brain could think about those. So it's not about solving a number of problems, it's about solving problems which you could not solve, so that you learn something. That is why SD sheet has been made in such a way that whenever you pick up a problem, you will not be able to solve a problem, because every problem will teach you something, right? Cool. Don't focus on problems. Number nahi. Mastering recursion is prerequisite for linked list and binary. Linked list ke liye it's not a prerequisite. Linked list ke liye it's not a prerequisite. You can watch my playlist on linked list in the Take You Forward channel. You will see recursion has not been used. It's used in couple of problems which also can be done iteratively. And binary tree is up, like for recursion is a prerequisite. Again, binary tree doesn't have a lot tough recursion. It's just a left, right, mid, root. थोड़ा ही है recursion. It's not a complicated recursion like n queen problem, Sudoku problem. Again, if you want to master recursion, I'll suggest you to do some basic problems on recursion, and then you can watch 14 problems are there on my Take You Forward channel on recursion. 14 or 12 problems are there, and they are very, very good problems. From medium level lead code to hard level lead code, there are. You'll completely master recursion if you watch those problems. ठीक है? Cool. आगे बढ़ो. Next question लेके आओ. I'm currently placed in a company with 7 LPA CTC. I want to get placed in better companies within one. What things should I do? Okay, 7 LPA. I guess this is a TCS digital offer, if I'm not wrong. So I want to get placed in within next year. I'm assuming since you get a 7 LPA offer, you should be knowing basic data structure algorithms. If you haven't heard about SD sheet, just Google SD sheet. You'll get to know. Just write SD sheet in Google. You'll get a sheet. You'll get videos on that. Try to solve every problem by yourself. If you cannot, watch the videos. Even if you can solve, then also watch the videos, because in videos I'm being telling how to answer it in an interview. Do those 180 problems. You will be prepared with your DSA, right? Now, if interview is happening, you should be able to clear it. What other things are asked in interviews? Database management system, operating system, computer networks. Probably prepare these three subjects in depth, very good. Like, let's say preparing for GATE in such depth, you should prepare. Okay. And this other thing is object oriented programming. Master these three things. Okay, core subjects, OOPS and DSA. And in 1 year, or I'll say in 6-7 months, you should be good enough to appear for interviews and probably crack it. Okay. And whenever you are doing SD sheet, please make sure you make notes of it. Like, I'll show you, I have made notes. I'll show you when I did SD sheet. If you can see, this is my note. Okay. And I have all the questions written. If you can see this, these are the questions. You can see these, all the questions are written. Like, you can see all the questions. Like, I have all the questions written. Okay. So make sure you like, don't ask for this note. There's no point in taking someone's note and reading it. Prepare your self notes. Right. When you prepare notes, when you solve a problem, just write the code in short and write what was the intuition. How did you understand that, write couple of lines about that, and every day in the morning try revising the entire notepad. I'm not saying to memorize, I'm saying to go through the optimal solutions, because that won't stay in your head. Okay, every day try to revise those notes every day for the next 4 5 months. After 3 months you'll be in a such a state, I'll give you a question, you'll be like, अरे ये तो ऐसे होता है, ये state होना पड़ेगा for cracking interviews. If I tell you a question, trapping rainwater, you should be, अरे भाई ये तो ऐसे 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 होगा. If I tell you LRU cash, you should be like, अरे ऐसे होगा. ये कब आएगा? जब आप हर दिन सुबह उठ को वो सवाल को देखोगे. क्योंकि मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा रटो, मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि आपको वो ऑप्टिमल सोल्यूशन दिमाग में रहना चाहिए. ये काइंड ऑफ एन एल्गोरिदम ही तो है. तो जब एल्गोरिदम पूरा दिमाग में सट जाएगा 180 के 80 क्वेश्चंस, तो उसके अगेंस्ट में कोई भी क्वेश्चन आपको दूंगा ना, आप उसको ट्वीक करके बना दोगे. So that's why making a note and revising it every day in the morning is such a crucial stuff. ठीक है? Take some other questions. Like some other questions, guys. You bring in some other questions. Some last questions. I'm able to do questions like string, linked list, and easy questions in Python and REST in CPP. Will this be okay in an interview scenario, like using two different languages? Yeah, that's completely okay. That's completely okay. Again, easy questions in Python. I'll see if you can do questions in CPP. You can also write in CPP, right? आप अगर देखो एक लैंग्वेज अगर आपको आता है, आप कुछ भी लिख पाओगे उधर. आप उधर कुछ भी लिख सकते हो, कोई बड़ा चीज़ नहीं है, इसलिए उतना डरने का ज़रूरत नहीं है. कोई भी लैंग्वेज से करो, लैंग्वेज डजंट मैटर्स. एज केसेस, कोड स्ट्रक्चर, नेमिंग ऑफ वेरिएबल्स, दीज थिंग्स मैटर. ठीक है. लास्ट कपल ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आई टेक defending the session. Last couple of questions. Bring in the next. Bring in the next. Moderator, bring in the next. Okay. Where to practice recursion problems? Do the 5. Do the 5. Do the 5. Okay. Where to practice recursion problems? I will say. Okay. Or a question again. How to master DP code forces, CP, or how to master DP at code forces? Solve problems. Reading theory will never help you. Solve as many problems in DP as you can. For a starter, I will tell you to go to DP, like Geeks for Geeks pe jao, right? DP3, right? DP3. Okay. You will get a problem, solve it. Solve it on LeetCode or practice GFG. Then type DP4. You'll get one more problem, solve it. Then you'll type DP5. You'll get one more problem, solve it. Then you'll get DP6, one more problem, solve it. Go on doing till DP28. Once you've done these 25 problems, you get a knack of DP. After that, start watching out for DP problems, which are solely DP problems, right? And try solving them. Once you've done these 25 problems, you'll get a lot of confidence in DP. Okay, that's how you can master DP. Last question, moderator, can you bring it up? This will be the last question for the session. Python ये बहुत simple question. In my college, only service company visit and service-based company do not have much development projects and pays also. Should I sit in placement season? Yeah, I recommend that you should definitely sit on the placement season. Get a job, get a backup, so that if you don't get a backup, what will happen is going forward, when you are in December, like I got my job in February. So let's say you do not get a job in February, till February, you will start having those mental issues. I don't want you to have mental health issues. That's why I have a security, so that at least you're relaxed every time. You prepare free on a free mind. That's very, very important. I don't want you to like get into a bad mental state. Cool. So whatever job you are getting, try to keep it. Try to keep all the offer letters. At the end, when you are graduating, then decide which one to join. Okay. Cool. No more. End it up. My voice is gone. So guys, thank you so much for joining in. Can I have the moderator back? Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for coming to this event and helping students.
Thank you.
There are
Thank you.
many questions, but we understand that you have to go. Once again, thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you for being a patient listener. Also, there is a contest on 27th, so stay tuned by following all the organizing CodeChef chapter on social media. Thank you.